Hello students. So we are seeing consignment. In this consignment, two important aspects are very important. First aspect is valuation of unsold stock and second one is valuation of abnormal loss. And both the things it should be accounted in consignment account in order to get exact profit or loss on consignment. Okay, so while seeing the format of consignment account, we have seen that value of unsold stock it is credited. That will be denoted as stock on consignment on credit side of consignment account. The next thing is valuation of abnormal loss, and this value it is also credited in consignment account as by abnormal loss in credit side. Both the things are accountable in order to get exact profit or loss on consignment. Okay, now we can see one by one. First one is valuation of unsold stock. Okay, so it is otherwise known as stock on consignment. This denotes the stock which remain unsold at the end of that consignment. Okay, stock which remains unsold in the hands of consignee at the end of consignment process, it is denoted as stock on consignment and otherwise known as unsold stock. Okay, so here we can value the stock on consignment at cost plus proportionate expenses incurred up to the time of placement of goods in the godown of the consignee. Okay, that is we have to take cost of unsold stock. Okay, the stock which remains unsold, that cost of that stock is to be taken and we have to add along with that cost proportionate expenses that is incurred up to the time of placement of goods in the godown of consignee, and it includes both consignor expense as well as consignee expense. Okay, so while making consignment, both the people, that is both consignor and consignee, they will incur some expense. That expense it can be differentiated as non-recurring expense and recurring expense. We have to add only the non-recurring expense. That means up to the expenses which are incurred up to the time of placement of goods in the godown of consignee. Okay, that alone we have to take it into account. And coming to journal entry, so the entry for unsold stock is stock on consignment account that are to consignment account. Here we have to enter the value of stock which was remaining unsold in the hands of consignee. And now coming to computation of value of unsold stock. Now we have to, before going to entry, we have to calculate the value of stock which remains unsold. First we have to take the cost price of unsold stock. Okay, so say for example, if 100 units are sent by consignor and consignee sold only 80 units, now 20 units are remaining unsold. Now here we have to take the cost price of the 20 units and we have to add proportionate non-recurring expense of consignor as well as consignee. This expense we have to calculate only for unsold stock. That only it was denoted as proportionate non-recurring expense. Okay, so we have to calculate the expense for the stock which are remaining unsold. So in our example, totally 100 units are consigned and only 20 units are remaining unsold. Here we have to calculate the expense of consignor and consignee, that is we have to take only the non-recurring expense, and that expense it should be converted in for 20 units. That 20 units only remaining unsold. That thing is to be added, and after adding this we will get the cost of unsold stock, and this is credited in consignment account in order to get exact profit and profit or loss on consignment. Okay, now we can see one example. In a consignment process, totally 100 bales of cotton is sent by consignee. It cost rupees 600 per bale. Okay, the cost of one bale is rupees 600, and the following are some expenses incurred on consignment. rupees